everybody, and welcome to another cooking episode with me, K1. It's always a pleasure having someone on the island with me. And today we're going to be making Njangsa stew, Njangsa fish stew. It's a delicacy that is enjoyed in Africa, in most parts of Africa, in West Africa, because we are using Njangsa. And Njangsa is a seed that is grown in West Tropical Africa. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Just some nuts, Njangsa seeds. These are Njangsa seeds. The tree has a scientific name, but I'm not just going to stress myself about it because I can't pronounce it. So we're going to be using Njangsa this afternoon to cook. And I already have the blended Njangsa. Before you joined me, I already did some work in the background. I have some tomatoes that I already blended, like 6 fresh tomatoes, medium-sized fresh tomatoes that I blended. And Njangsa, a cup of Njangsa. And I have my chopped onions, 2 medium-sized chopped onions, and 2 stems of spring onions. And we're equally going to have some white pepper and ginger and garlic. I always have ginger and garlic mixed at home, so if you have a fresh one, you can quickly just blend it. That's just like a tablespoon of ginger and garlic mixed. So, and we're going to be using fish as well. My fish already marinated, and the spices that I use a pinch of white pepper, ginger and garlic, 2 seasoning cubes, and some butter. So they're already marinated, you see. So what you could do is you can either fry the fish, or you can just choose the healthier option like I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to just grill the fish. Then that's it. So let's get to the cooking. As I said earlier, I'm just going to put my fish in my oven, and while it grills, I'll proceed with making the stew, the Njangsa stew. I'm going to use just a little bit of oil. Tomatoes have been cooking for like 5 minutes, and I think they're good to go now. I remember I used to ask my mom, how do you know your tomatoes are okay? And her response would be, you have to taste it. If it's not sour, then it's okay. And secondly, if it begins to stick on your pot, then you know your tomatoes are ready. So my tomatoes are beginning to stick. And I just tasted, they're not sour. So what else? I'm just going to pour my Njangsa blend, the Njangsa blend in there, and give it a stir mix. Then I have like half a liter of water, but I'm just going to add in bits. Adding some water into the tomato and Njangsa, and stir, continue stirring. You have to stir to make, you want the Njangsa to completely dissolve into the tomatoes, so just give it a stir. I'm going to add some more water and stir. If you're using beef stock is going to work perfectly. But I'm using fish, and remember my fish is being grilled. So I'm just adding in water. So I used half a liter of water already. It's completely dissolved. And at this point, you can throw in 1 seasoning cube. A seasoning cube, just sprinkle it. Great. I'm just going to let it simmer for like 5 minutes, then I'll show you what it looks like. My Njangsa and tomatoes have been cooking for 5 minutes now, and I think it's good enough for my fish to go in there. So I'm just going to drop in my fish. I'll just let it simmer again for like 2 minutes. So we are getting to the end of our cooking, but the most important thing is that we're going to fry our onions and let it join the party. I always prefer to fry my onions at the end when I'm making stews, because the onions just give it a good flavor that is irresistible. Watch out for the oil though. You don't want to get burnt in the kitchen. And I'm frying my onions together with the spring onions. And remember to always sprinkle in some white pepper. Just that. Cut it now. Welcome back, guys. Our onions are fried now to perfection. And we're just going to let it, pouring it into the stew. You don't want to stir too hard. You want to be gentle with your stirring, because remember, you don't want your fish to be crushed. But this looks perfect already. At this point, you can add in 1 chili pepper, habanero peppers, to make it really spicy. If you want it really African, really Cameroonian, just add in some pepper. Also, you may want to taste and add some seasoning. I'm going to add 1 more seasoning cube today. Just sprinkle in and mix. Then let it simmer for 2 more minutes, and I promise we are done. Okay, dear friends, so this is what our Njangsa stew looks like, and there's not much to do anymore. It's done. So I'm just going to put this up and let us have a taste of our Njangsa stew. I don't know if you can see the consistency, but it's not too thick and it's not watery, because Njangsa on itself is a thickener. If you stay with me, I'm just going to have a taste of this. You can have this delicacy with rice, with yam, with plantains. It goes perfect with plantains. But because I have rice from last evening, I'm going to be trying it with some rice. It smells so good and it looks absolutely delicious. It looks gorgeous. Of my Njangsa stew. And of course some fish. I love fish. Njangsa stew goes perfect with fish. You may use beef, you may use chicken, but if you want it the way that will make your mouth shout hallelujah, then use fish. Really good. You have to make this. Honestly, you have to give your family a treat. Njangsa stew is the way to go. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.